Today's a big day. I'm in the laundry room right now because today is cleaning and decluttering day. I usually do this every time I move, and I usually have a very private process for it. But I figured that since this is like the billionth time since I've done this, I'm gonna take you on a journey with me to declutter and clean and organize what I own, and hopefully I'll get everything done in a day, because a day is only so long. I have half of my laundry here and the other half is still in the dryer, so I'm going to fold these halves and reflect on some of the learnings I've been absorbing as I go through this day, this process of decluttering. So far, I think the biggest thing is the mental release that I'm getting. Like emotionally, it just feels so much lighter on my body to let go of these things, even though it doesn't seem like a lot. Just switching things up and getting things like organized in a way that is easy to see, like where everything is and it's all lined up, makes a really big difference. It took me so long to figure out that I actually do like to organize things, even though I think I am a bit of a clutterer. And over the last couple of weeks, I've been letting go of a lot of clothes, donating, giving them away. And it just felt really good to own this body and own the way that I want to decorate this body, both externally and internally. So coming back to today's practice of cleaning everything and maintaining this state of cleanliness, it's so easy for things to get disorganized. I see now that it is a true reflection of how my brain operates, and if things are not at a certain stage, like they're not set up to be optimized or clean, or there's just a lot of clutter, it's actually really hard for me to focus on my craft, because this is part of the craft. And I know there's like the archetype, the stereotype of a messy artist, someone who maybe just focuses on their art and doesn't really care about the clutter. But the truth is, you can see that in your art, and most artists, if they are very finicky about how they create their art, their creation process, then the same goes for the physical things and the physical items that they own, especially in their homes. So even though I've moved so many times in my life, like more than I can count on both hands, it still never gets old to keep rediscovering what feels organized and feels like me. And I've been going ham on Pinterest, just looking at the way that other people decorate and structure their homes, and it's informed me a lot about how to best utilize a space, because a space is meant to be lived in and enjoyed, but also it's meant to provide for you. And when you can create containers of storage, of hidden shelves, using the existing space there, then you're truly allowing it to become a place of like potential fertility, a place where there's a possibility for more, because you have a really strong foundation to start with. And this may seem overplayed, because we talk about it all the time, having a strong foundation and having all of your ducks in a row and just like knowing where everything goes. But when you actually implement it or try to start like organizing everything, you're not just sifting through the physical clutter, you're also releasing the emotional messiness that were stuck and accumulated in all of these places. And being able to have authority over your space and control over how you live in your home is really empowering, because you're choosing to let go of things that you just like haven't touched in a really long time, and there's no lying to yourself. It's a quite humbling process, but it's also quite fruitful, I suppose, because behind like every clean, made up image is this messiness. It's the behind the scenes that wasn't pretty to look at, that wasn't great to like remember, and yet it is part of the beauty of this mess. So I think about this as I buy new clothes. I'm really intentional with how I want to address this body that I live in, and to find joy in these items, knowing that each of them serves like a purpose for me to embody myself. There's so much privilege in this choice, in this being. And I keep looking at the clutter, I'm like, do I really need this, right? Because a huge part of me is like, I don't want to own this much stuff. Like, I have too much stuff. Especially as somebody who loves to dabble in things, and honestly, I wouldn't say I dabble, I would say I go all in on the things that I'm passionate about. Painting and dancing, and it's a process, it's a learning process. And as an artist who has all these hands in different places, it can be easy to accumulate so much stuff. And because it's like shiny object syndrome, right? Like, you see one thing that's really pretty and you're like, ooh, like I know what I can do with this. And then and then you see something else and you're like, ooh, I know what I can do with this, and it's just like literally ADHD in completely like it's unfiltered mess. And then you just kind of like forget to pick up where you left off because you're just always moving on and you just can't stop going. That's not healthy, it's not sustainable, and it's not great for longevity, which personally I wouldn't mind if I didn't have a long life. But I think the true intent behind wanting something that has the essence of longevity is that it is sustainable, which means that it is maintainable, which means it is clean and easy for you to navigate, because everything that you have serves a purpose, whether it is for you to organize, for you to think smarter, feel better, tap into your senses, connect with the ones that you love, whatever it is. And the truth is, it's also really simple. Life is really simple. You don't really need a lot of things to feel or connect or invoke those deeper parts of you. You don't need a million journals or a million sketchbooks. It's nice to have those because I do just love like randomly sketching. It's not necessarily necessary. And as I'm going through this process, I think there's just like a huge part of me that's like, do I really need like all this stuff? Because I don't. I don't use like a lot of the things that I have regularly. It's more of in case kind of thing. But it's nice to have because the occasion will come up, right? So it's like you have to be mindful of that balance. And then it comes down to, what am I consuming? What am I spending my money on? What is really worth this investment? And you realize that actually you don't need a lot to live a wealthy life. It's not necessarily about the tangible food you eat or the clothes you wear. Sure, it's nice to have high quality clothes and eat high quality food, but how do you feel in this body? How do you enact your deepest desires and disengage from the chaos that is everyday life? And there's this awareness that, oh, maybe like one suitcase worth of clothes is enough. Maybe one bag worth of stuff is enough, because most of the stuff that we own is for like building things, right? Tools, paintbrushes, makeup, art, sketchbooks, notebooks. It's for creating things, ideating things, building things. But now that everything's atomized, maybe you can let go of things. And so over the next couple of weeks, as I start to pack my things to move into the next apartment, I want to be kind of cutthroat about this and just like release the idea that I need this thing, even though I haven't used it for the last 6 months. Just like even looking at things that you've used for the last 3 months. What do you use? How often are you using it? It's like not that often. Just we're always so bombarded with so many things to buy because they're shiny and pretty. And you don't need it. You really don't.